Hello everyone, so today I have 8 new hairstyles that are perfect for the summer because they're all updos. I think this is my favorite hairstyle compilation tutorial to date. I think that combining all of these super cute new accessories with loose, airy waves helps to create some really romantic hairstyles. And again, these are all super easy to create. So with that, let's get started. So I am starting off with my new favorite daily hairstyle. I have some very loose waves and I mainly focused on curling just the ends of my hair, and in the future I would really love to do a quick little daily tutorial on this, but that will be for later on. But this is going to be the base for all of our hairstyles and it really helps to just have a little bit of texture. So for our first hairstyle, I am going to be starting off with one of my favorite, but it's also one of the easiest. So from the side, I'm just sectioning off the front portion of my hair, and on each side, I'm twisting away from my face in the direction which I've curled my hair. And I'm just going to be joining this in the back and then tying a low ponytail. And I'm using a coil elastic so that the tie on my hair is loose and it doesn't damage my hair and it doesn't leave a kink. And from the back, you can see how doing this quick, simple step really helps elevate your ponytail, and it really cascades nicely with some waves. From the front, I'm just lightly pulling out some pieces to frame my face. And this is already a really great simple hairstyle, but my favorite way to dress this up is with a little sash. So I grabbed this black chiffon sash from a sun hat, and I just looped it around 3 times around the base of the ponytail to hide the elastic, and then I'm just tying it once. And you can leave it untied like I did because I love the long movement and flowiness of how the ribbon looks, especially when paired with a sundress, but you can also tie it into a ribbon instead. And I'm just going to finish this look off with a thick padded velvet headband, and you can see how fluffy this is. And that is it for our first hairstyle. Super simple, but so dreamlike, and there are an infinite amount of combinations that you can do with this hairstyle. You can change up the pattern of the ribbon, the color of the headband, the height of it. You can do a lot of stuff with this hairstyle. The next 2 hairstyles are my absolute favorites. So first, I'm going to be flipping upside down, and it's going to be really awkward, but you're going to braid a French braid down the back of your hair with the back half of your hair. This is where I realized that it does take a little bit of practice and it does feel a little bit awkward, and it just takes a little bit of practice, but in the end, it's still an easy hairstyle and not too complicated to replicate. You are just going to be doing a regular French braid down to the top of your head, and you're finished when you've taken up the back half of your hair. And then from then on, once you've reached the top of your head, you just want to finish off with a regular braid. And then you just want to take an elastic and tie off the braid and let it hang while you work on the front portion of your hair. So I'm just going to pull everything up into a really high, sleek ponytail, and the brush that I'm using in this video to brush all of my hair back for any ponytail is the wet brush. And then taking another hair coil, I'm just going to tie this off. And then taking the braid from the bottom, I'm just going to loop this around the base of the ponytail to hide the elastic. Then taking some bobby pins, you just want to insert this around the base of the braid to make sure that it's in place. Then I'm using a little bit of hairspray to just sort of mat down all of those annoying little hairs that I have. And I'm using the Sheriff Hold hairspray from Drybar. And then you also want to use a little bit of hairspray to make sure that the braid in the back is held securely. I used my phone and a mirror to check that the braid was looking alright, and it checks out. So that is it for this hairstyle. Super freaking cute, I can't believe how well this turned out. But moving on to the backside, I wanted to dress up the braid a little bit, and you guys have seen these floral crystal hair clips that I have been loving to wear this season, and actually got a few more colors, so I was dying to use them. So I'm just taking some orange, red, and pink hair clips, and I'm just decorating the center of my braid, and it looks so dreamy. I can't believe how cute it is. It's actually kind of ridiculous. So for the second variation of this hairstyle, I'm just taking my ponytail and I'm going to be doing a simple 3-strand braid. And then I'm just wrapping it around the braided bun and pinning that in place. At first, when I tried to do this look, I actually tried to braid my entire head of hair upside down and then collapse it. But if you do that, it looks kind of lumpy from the front, so I prefer to still split my hair in half to braid the back, curl it, and then braid the front, and then curl it around the first bun. I think this is one of those hairstyles that looks pretty complicated, but when you break it down, it's literally just a simple French braid and a 3-strand braid, so it is definitely super easy and anyone can recreate this. So for our next hairstyle, this is kind of like a variation of the first hairstyle that we did. So again, from the front, I'm taking about like a 2-inch section of hair on each side and twirling it away from my face, gathering it into the back, and then gathering all of my hair into a low ponytail. And then I'm securing that with a coil elastic, and I'm just sort of tugging gently on each sides of the hair and also in the center to just give it a little bit of volume so that it looks loose and natural. And then you want to take a piece of hair that's like kind of inconspicuous, so probably from the side or in the bottom, and I am just going to be braiding that into a small braid, and then I'm looping that around my hair several times to hide the elastic. And then taking some bobby pins, I'm just crossing that for a super secure hold underneath my ponytail so that you can hide the bobby pins. This is the last time I'm going to use my crystal hair clips, but I just had to use them one more time. And so I'm just clipping them onto the back of my head and also some trailing down my ponytail. And I know that this isn't like super realistic because if you like fling your hair, it's probably gonna all fall off the ponytail. It's just for the looks, but it is super secure on the back of my head. Those clips aren't going anywhere. You don't have to have these specific hair clips either. If you have any sort of decorative hair clip that has a flat back, it would look really, really nice laying flat against the head. So this is a really great idea to dress up a basic ponytail or even a basic low bun for summer. The next hairstyle is definitely a little Sailor Moon inspired. It's definitely more playful and a little bit more youthful, but it was really fun to create. So first, taking my thumb, I'm just going to start at the top of my ear and reach to the top of my head and pull away a pretty large section of hair. Then I'm combing that out so that it's flat and I'm securing with a small thin elastic. I'm repeating on the other side so that we have 2 high pigtails. Then I'm just going to section off one of the pigtails for now, and then taking the remainder of my hair, I'm pulling that into a second high ponytail. So at the end, we will have 2 high ponytails on each side of our head. And then again, taking an inconspicuous piece of hair, I'm just taking that hair and looping it around the base of the ponytail so that I can cover the elastic. And I do want to say that I regret not having braided this first because I think it would have had a cuter finish, but I actually have way too much hair for this to lay flat and thin against the hair, so it kind of like poked out a little bit too much, so I do recommend braiding at this step instead. And then I'm letting down my top pigtail, and I'm just going to braid this into a simple 3-strand braid, and then without even securing it at the end, I'm just going to twist it around itself so that it collapses into a braided bun. Again, you just want to insert some bobby pins quickly around the base of the braid so that it stays in place, and then I'm going to repeat this on the other side of my hair. I found that this was a very practical hairstyle for me to wear because I have so much hair that if I tie it all up into 2 pigtails, it gets really heavy and they start to sag throughout the day because of the weight of the hair itself. But by separating it into 2 different pigtails, the weight of the pigtail is significantly less and it's so much bouncier and lightweight. So I actually really do like this hairstyle for summer. So next, of course, I have to have at least one obligatory hairstyle where I have a faux side swept bang. So I'm just going to be pulling that over and then taking these super, super cute new daisy hair clips that I just got recently. I am pinning them in 2s on each side of my head. And you can achieve this look with any sort of beret as long as you have 4 of them, whether they're mismatched or identical. So to dress up this hairstyle a little bit, I'm just splitting it straight down the center and I'm going to tie off some low pigtails. And then again, taking another piece of hair, I'm just braiding this into a simple 3-strand band and then wrapping around the base of the pigtail to hide the elastic. And I'm sorry that like my video keeps going in and out of focus throughout this entire time. Like I'm not exactly sure why I did it, but just please ignore. And then of course, I'm bobby pinning into place and then repeating on the other side. And then this is where I accidentally bobby pinned my necklace into my hair and I was like really sweaty and also entering hour 3 of filming this at this point, and I was just like, My bangs were falling a little bit at this point because again, I was getting very sweaty, so I just hit it with a little bit of hairspray to keep it in place. And that's it for this hairstyle. Super youthful, super cute, and it's just a really fun way to dress up some basic pigtails. For our last hairstyle, I'm going to be utilizing some oversized chiffon scrunchies. You guys know the drill at this point. I am taking sections from each side of my hair, pulling it back into a half ponytail and twisting it away from my face for a bit of volume, and then I'm securing it with this oversized scrunchie. And this is the first variation of this look. It is super cute with this oversized scrunchie. I feel like this is such a statement piece that you really don't need to do too much with the rest of your hair, and it looks super pretty with a cascade of waves. But I'm going to be taking all of my hair, including the hair that was tied up into a half ponytail, and I'm going to be splitting this off into 3 sections to do a normal 3-strand braid. Any other braid would also look very cute here. I think a fishtail braid would have looked awesome, but I'm not afraid to admit that although I teach you guys how to do hair, I do not know how to do a fishtail braid. I'm securing the bottom with my second smaller scrunchie, and that is it for our last hairstyle. Super simple but still really cute and a little bit more elevated than just a simple 3-strand braid with the use of some chiffon hair ties. And you can still achieve this look with any sort of scrunchie that you have laying around. And that is it for these 8 new summer hairstyles. I know that this one was very accessory heavy, but I feel like if you have any sort of hair accessory laying around, it really helps elevate even the simplest hairstyles. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again next time.